Hi, welcome. This is the first video that I'm going to go through on insurance basics. These are designed to give some basics about insurance for both people that are trying to get into the industry as well as people that want to understand a little bit more about what they're paying money for. My name is Szetela with Szetela Agency and Farm Bureau Insurance. This video is going to be about something that a lot of people don't know their insurance policy covers. And probably the most important thing on their insurance, but it's also the most commonly reduced coverage on people's insurance because people don't know what it is. So they I don't know what this is, I'm paying money for it, get rid of it. So this is liability or bodily injury, depending on what your company calls it. Essentially what this does is pays out money in the event that you're sued based on a loss that you're at fault for. So liabilities on the home as well, but most often your biggest exposure to risk is going to be when you're driving your car. You know, it's a few thousand pounds, you hit somebody, a pedestrian, another vehicle, you name it, you can do a lot of damage to other people. So in the event that you get into an at-fault accident, you're liable for that. Now, how that works is when that happens, you get in that accident, they take you to court, they call a lawyer, you're sued. There's going to be a few different things that you can be sued for. So it's going to be the total of your gross wages as for you and your spouse, quarter of that, so 25% of your gross annual wages times the number of years you have before retirement, plus any amount of money that you have in savings, checking, investments, your 401k, things of that nature, so financials. And then finally, you're going to have any equity that you've built or put into other assets that are non-essential. So a second home, gone. Any equity you've put into your current home, gone. Those are all things that they're going to total as part of your assets. So when you compile all those numbers together, you've basically compiled your asset liability that you need to protect with your liability on your insurance policy. The crazy thing is usually you can bump it from 100,000 to $1 million for $10 or so. I did a video on collision going from broad to regular. Take that savings, put it onto your liability. It's a much smarter way to invest your insurance premium in insuring things that you can't ever afford to do yourself. You can pay $500 out of pocket if something bad happens. You cannot pay $500,000. And if you can, you probably don't want to. So it's a really, really simple way to give you a better insurance policy without actually raising any of the costs of putting money into your insurance. Okay, so essentially, like I said, the way that liability works is you're taken to court, you're sued. That money is a shield between a lawsuit and your financial assets. Okay, so the bigger that shield is, the harder it is for anything to come over the top and hit you. Essentially what you want is a shield that looks just like you. So your financial assets, the money you have in the home, all those different things, that's your silhouette, okay? And you want a shield that fits that perfectly. You don't need it to be larger, you don't need it to be smaller, you need it to just fit you. So the main thing that you need to be having a discussion with your insurance about is, what does my financial and asset portfolio look like? And it's always higher than you think. The biggest thing is going to be future wages for most people. Okay, how do I protect that? How do I cater my insurance to put that shield around me so that nothing can get through and my life is going to look the same as it did the day before, as the day after something bad happens? Okay, so have that conversation with your insurance agent. If you haven't, or they haven't had that conversation with you, perhaps you need to find somebody that will, because it's not expensive. It's just a harder conversation than talking only about price. And at the end of the day, you're going to pay a lot of money for insurance. You're not going to even have to pay more for better liability protection, typically, by making some of those other changes that I recommend. And it's just going to put a smarter package together for you to protect you and your family and not make you spend money on frivolous things that just aren't good investments of your time and your hard-earned cash. So hope this has helped. Again, your bodily injury or liability is money that pays out in the event that you're sued from an at-fault occurrence that you're at fault for. So Thank you again for watching. Jake Szetela, Jake Szetela Agency, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Farm Bureau Insurance. Thanks.